her boobs are somewhat pendulous.
What does that mean? Hey! Put your tits away, you dirty cow! Got a daughter here! Can see everything! Swanning around thinking you're Pamela Anderson. Oh, Lucy, that was one of my favourite ever letters.
Dear William, Jordan and producer Ben, I'm quite a new listener to the podcast after discovering you on TikTok. Yes, at the grand age of 46, I have been sucked into the world of TikTok. Well, it happened during the bleak times of lockdown after I completed every jigsaw puzzle known to man. But thank goodness I have, as I would never have discovered your amazing show. I have a problem concerning a neighbour I hope you can offer some guidance on. My house backs onto another, and the houses are separated by their respective gardens. The lady of the house frequently changes without drawing her curtains, and her bedroom window is directly opposite my 9-year-old daughter's bedroom, so she has seen our neighbour in all her glory many a time. This has been happening for over a year now, and I have nicknamed the lady Tits Out Tina. Love it.
Very you, that.
Yeah.
Very you. Tits Out Tina.
Although I have no idea what her real name is, I don't think my husband would mind if Tina's boobs were perky. Okay, right, you went there. But alas, she doesn't have the physique of a supermodel, and her boobs are somewhat pendulous.
What does that mean? Like spaniel's ears?
Yes. That aside, I feel it isn't appropriate for her to be changing with the curtains open when it's obvious that people can see her.
Let's go.
She often does so at night with the lights on too, which draws even more attention to her window. I don't particularly fancy knocking on her door, but I have considered putting a sign up in my daughter's window to alert her. What do you suggest? Keep up the good work. Much love, Joe.
It's one of those, I always think a little polite notice slip through the letterbox of their door.
What would it say?
Hi, just to let you know we can see you undressed naked from a concerned neighbour. Just please can you, my daughter's seeing it. Or it's you go proper Burnley on them.
Yeah.
And I've used this before. You open that window next time she's doing it and you go, hey! Put your tits away, you dirty cow! Got a daughter here! Can see everything! Swanning around thinking you're Pamela Anderson. You have to tuck them into your pissing socks. Have some respect, woman. And wash your neck curtains while you're at it. You could do that.
Yeah. It's an option, yes.
Or a letter.
Or would you do a direct... I mean, you personally wouldn't, but would you advise Joe to sort of go round and knock on the door?
Oh, God, no.
In a nice way?
What would you do? Right, okay.
I'd probably go round.
All right. Let's do a role play.
Okay, so hang on, who am I?
I'll be Tits Out Tina.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
And you be...
Joe.
Joe.
Sorry, can I just ask, when you answer the door, are you in a state of undress?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Yeah? Okay.
Gene Divas, Jordan's doing it.
I'm titting myself up.
Hello, Gina. I don't know if you know me. My name's William. I'm your next door neighbour.
Hi, William. You all right, love? I do think I've seen you around before, yeah?
Well, talking of seeing you and seeing people around, I'm not sure if you're aware, but your bedroom window backs onto my child's house.
That nipple looked chafing to you.
Gina, I'm actually looking at your eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Say that again. You what? My window?
Yeah, all my children, all my daughters, they're suddenly listening to a lot of Katie Lang, wearing a lot of dungarees, and one of them wants a staffy now. And I think possibly that's because you don't draw your curtains when you get changed.
Oh, right. What am I like? Bloody hell. Oh, can you see everything?
Mm.
Oh, a shame. I do. A bloody shame. Absolutely shame. Honestly, a shame.
You stop rowing.
Thanks for letting me know. All right then, darling. Bye-bye. There you go.
Okay, well, I mean, ultimately...
Get I've stopped rowing. Feel again. No, you're right. I'll stop rowing. That'd work.
Yeah, it's an approach.
Joe, 3 options for you there. Letter through the letterbox, shout out the window, or go round and knock on the door.
Yeah, I would go short and sweet. Keep it, take all the emotion out of it, just be factual, give her a polite request, and then, or move your daughter's bedroom. I mean, I don't know the layout of your house, but that's another option as well. The next question is from Lucy. Dear William Jordan and, of course, producer Ben. No, Lucy. I firstly want to thank you for your hilariously funny podcast, which, like many, carried me throughout lockdown and the days manning the phones of a dementia hospital during the pandemic. With you both dishing out advice, I somehow felt a lot less lonely being isolated from my ward family I usually work alongside. For 3 years now, I have worked as an administrator for a dementia hospital. I can honestly say it's been one of the best learning experiences of my life, and without question, I've made friends for life. I was introduced to the role by a friend who assured me this was a fantastic place to work after I left a particularly stressful job in management and was unsure of my next direction. I can honestly say I've not looked back.
Aww.
But I guess as human beings, we all evolve and grow as people and often change the direction we are heading in. The job I currently worked in has continued to gain more responsibilities, which has maybe shown me I'm more capable of things than I ever give myself credit for. On a whim, I applied for a job in a higher position in a different hospital, and to my shock, I was offered the job.
Oh.
I suppose where I'm going with this is, would you accept a promotion and a new challenge, or would you stay where it's comfortable and know you can continue to do a good job? I often lack confidence in myself, and as I'm sure many people do, but in my position, what would you both do? Congratulations also to Jordan on his rowing home challenge. What an inspiration. Yours faithfully, Lucy.
Oh, Lucy, that's one of my favourite ever letters that's been sent in to help, and we've got loads. That's a really lovely letter, thank you. It's a tough one. All right, first of all, I would say to Lucy, you'll know if you want this job. You'll know if you want this job because you'll be like, you'll do anything to make it work and stuff like that. Also, the other part of me is like, you regret the things you don't do in life.
I would completely agree.
So I think you really need to ask yourself, how much do you want this job? Do you really want this job? And if you do, then definitely go for it. But if you're a bit, wait for something else to come up. Stick to the job you know and love. Also, is there an option of you saying, look, I'm going to try this job for a couple of months. If it doesn't work, and I know that's in an ideal world, if it doesn't work out, is there any way I could come back?
I mean, it's worth having a dialogue with your old employer, yes.
Definitely speak to your old employer, because they might even say, look, the
door's always open for you.
The door's always open here. And I've been in so many jobs where people have left and they've come back a year later, 2 years later, 2 months later. It's happened because people do. Part of me is like thinking that you should try it, Lucy, if you're definitely feeling up to it. But yeah, speak to your current employer, because they might even say, we don't want you to go. We'll match what you've got. I mean, that's, again, in an ideal world.
Yeah, and I think, we do have to push ourselves. We have to move outside of our comfort boundaries. We can't achieve everything within a year or two. As I say to certain friends and relatives, there sometimes have to be, from a career point of view, there sometimes have to be years where we sort of, not coast, but, we just manage to keep going. And especially over the last couple of years, just managing to keep going is literally what a lot of people have done, and kudos for doing it. So, you don't have to sort of like, get a promotion every year, for example, but if you feel that you perhaps, and I suspect you do, Lucy, feel that you might need just to push your boundaries, go for it. You'll be fine, and you'll adapt. Humans are remarkably resilient.
Great advice.